Hi everyone, Sophs here back again with another Netflix review. So I just want to say this just before I begin this review, I apologize for how very late this is. As you all know, for the past 2 weeks here in Adelaide and here in basically Australia, we've been having massive heat waves, and because of how hot it is, I get really iffy when it comes to recording. But anyway, now it's a little bit more cooler. Time to do this review. So I am reviewing Grace and Frankie season 2. Now I literally written nearly 3 pages worth of notes. I am just going to go through the majority of the storylines, and I will conclude this review. So we come back from season 1 and we basically come from the season finale. So and Frankie slept together. Sol was gonna tell Robert that he slept with Frankie. He had a heart attack, and everyone was at the hospital for 48 hours. They got married before Robert's heart surgery. Everyone found out about Frankie and him sleeping together, and like I said, that they got married. They went through a lot in the hospital, which guys can just go see. Grace's daughter Mallory, who's played by Brooklyn, she was pregnant with twins on the show and was written in the show as well. Also in this season, Frankie goes into business with Brianna, which is Grace's daughter, who runs her Grace company, and with an organic lube. Within that storyline, Frankie found out that they poured other ingredients within the lube to try and stay on shelf for longer, so they put palm oil in it, and that was over a 2 to 3 episode period. Frankie decided to give up her business, to basically give it up, but want her artwork basically taken off of the actual product. So that's what happened there. Frankie got together with her yam farmer Jacob, and they blossomed into a really beautiful relationship, even though Frankie was really scared about getting hurt again, which a lot of women get very insecure, and including men. So going down my list, Grace, in an episode where Frankie had to go back and get her license, Grace met out with some old friends that she was friends with before everything that happened with Rob over that entire year, and realized that Frankie has been the friend that has always been there for her, especially with what happened with her and Robert and Sol with their affair. Going down, Grace catches up with an old flame and friend who she hired to contract her house, which is Phil. They do eventually get together in the season and slept together, and realize after talking to Frankie, because Phil's wife actually has dementia, and she realizes that she can't be that other woman who cheats, because she knew how it was cheated on. She really highly drank for an entire episode and really hurt Frankie's feelings when Jacob was meeting Bud and Coyote. On Coyote, Coyote reached out to the adoption agency to be able to reconnect with his birth mother. He reconnected with her, and the actress who plays Cody's mum in this particular season is actually one of my favorite actors. And unfortunately, the meeting was already one-sided. Just wanted to know how he was doing, and that was it as well. Okay, in this season as well, we started to notice a lot of health issues with Frankie, which I know comes a little bit more to light in the next season, because I have seen a little bit of that season, but I need to rewatch it, which is the next review. Going down my list, Robert eventually finds out about the affair between Sol and Frankie. And Robert does kick Sol out for a while. They do make up after solving all of Frankie and Brianna's situation with the organic lube. After that, let me just go to my next page of notes. So Sol was kicked out, but come back towards the end of the season. Blah 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 blah. And we also get to see a lot more of Brianna in this season. The reason why we didn't see a lot of Mallory of Brooklyn this season is because she was pregnant. Going through the list, we have Babe, who comes in as a friend of Grace and Frankie, who, if you have not seen Roseanne's mum, who played Babe, is in the season, so I highly recommend you go and watch these 2 episodes. Basically, with everything that happened with the previous episode, of the same episode, with how Grace and Frankie were fighting, and Babe tells Frankie that she wants to throw a going away party, a real end of going away parties, and that her cancer was back and she was no longer getting treatment, and she wanted to end her life the way that she wanted to. And Frankie agreed to it. And as we go through that particular episode, Sol and Robert is going to sell the house, and yeah. And in the last episode as well, Mallory's daughter has a bit of a bad word and overheard it from Mallory herself when she found out when they cheated on not only the mums, but because she's heavily pregnant, she thinks that Mitch is cheating, and that goes from there. Now it comes to Babe's gifts. So Frankie got a gift with cool brushes and an art show, which we will all see in episode 1 of season 3. And Grace got a vibrator. Now this also leads into next season's storyline when it comes to older women who find it really difficult with arthritis to be able to feel pleasure while using a lady vibrator. And I found it really interesting how the entire season that the girls have been sort of, how can I describe it, that not a lot of the family were there for them, but they were there for Robert and Sol. So at one of the last scenes, they all were going to go in, that Frankie and Rose were going to go into business with each other, and to end it from there. So if you haven't seen the season, I highly recommend you go watch it on Netflix. It's one of my favorite seasons because it literally took me 3 goes just so I can properly watch this entire season for you guys. But I really think you should watch it. I know only 1 and 2 are out on DVD, and I have 3 more seasons to watch for you guys. So, what will be my rating for this entire season? For me, I really like everything, you know, storyline, characters, everyone that was introduced to the season as well. And for me, will be a flat out 10 out of 10. Easy, simple as that, right? Thank you for joining me for this review. I apologize for how late this is. Go down below where you can go check out all of my social media links, my website, and all of the links to all of my YouTube series links are all down below. Annotations will pop up on recent video and including the Netflix review playlist. Thank you all so much for joining me for this review, and I'll catch you all, and I promise, next Wednesday for another Netflix review. Love you all, and I'll catch you all soon.